especially when it comes to your mind and the way you think. Like, you can think beyond your own little box. You can think beyond this planet. You can look beyond the horizon and see what's coming in, and see and experience something that you haven't had before. Now I'm feeling like this energy is yours. It's almost like helping this person shine more light on your situation. And you've got people who are investing in you as well. Like, something that was built up was released, finally released. And then it feels like there's this reward at the end. Yeah, it's almost like you fed love back into yourself by investing in this person. And maybe you were considered a fan for some time, or just one in the crowd, one in a million. Now it feels like you turn that love back on yourself, and you just realize, like, I don't know, like it's a birthday list or something. Like, suddenly this is all about you. There's some kind of a rich person, a wealthy individual who's watching you work, and they have access to your portfolio. They're really committed to funding, investing in your project. It feels like they definitely have a contract that they want you to sign, just to make sure that you two are on board. So take your time and reading over this contract, but it feels like you're definitely going to get what you want at the end of the day. Yeah, just keep moving forward. You got the chariot coming out. It feels like someone has been in a isolation hermit mode for a while. Maybe you don't realize how the world works at this time. Everything coming towards you is brand spanking new. Like, you're getting first dibs at this. I feel like it's just gonna go downhill after you. Like, when they come to you, they feel like you're the best of the best. The more people struggle to separate you, the closer and more tightly wound you become, and more tightly bound to one another you become. And this is what people are realizing, like, okay, maybe I should just step back, because it's almost like you guys love it. Like, you ravish in it. Ravish. I don't know why I keep wanting to use that word. I don't even know what it means. Okay. It almost feels like you're the stream. Like, people are getting close to you because they feel like they can get some of your magnetism. Yeah, that's it. They're looking at you as the money. They're looking at you as the source. They're coming to you like a well, almost like a wishing well, but they don't realize that they are the money. At the end of the day, is their interest in you that's making you so popular and famous. They are throwing their pennies and their wishes and hopes and dreams into your fountain. Is their faith. Isn't that what Christ said? Is your faith? Your faith has made you whole. All I did was rub dirt in your eyes, but you're the one that chose to open them and see what else is going on. It's like, it almost feels like they're dumbing you down, and the longer you stay around this group, the dumber you become. And that's what's so frustrating about this. Like, you almost start to understand why they are so animalistic. It's like they've lost their language, they've lost their voice, they don't have a say. And now it feels like someone is mirroring this energy. So whoever's coming up in this space, like, we're talking about this high vibe person that's coming into your life to mirror you. You don't want them mirroring the situation. You want them to be above and beyond, someone that you can actually reach for. Like, don't come into this pit, because nobody leaves this pit. I'm trying to be the one and only. I'm trying to be, is it the whatever, going above the statistics, the exception. And it feels like this person is like, oh no, I'll come down and help you. And next thing you know, you're both in this pit. You're both in this sinking dark depression, surrounded by other people. I want to say idiots who also tried to help somebody, or whatever the case. You don't know how people ended up in this situation. Being specific about things being in the upright and positive, and constantly seeing the good things in life. That's what's coming in with this person. When you two come together, it's like you heal that area that was looking for negativity, because that was kind of screwing up your manifestations, because you see whatever you want to see. This person is being seen as a workaholic, but I'm forgetting that they like to work and working is good and you have somebody to work with. Like you definitely have something and someone to work with and someone who's in your energy and in your space and just helps you keep going, almost like like a cup of coffee. There is a marriage out here that someone may be refusing this offer. It feels like someone's in a situation where they may have to walk away because it feels like this person is just not doing what they expect them to do. Like almost getting like I'm getting this vibe like someone who is just so brutal and barbaric is the word. But it almost feels like in public they're showing this prestigious, like, you know, we're all put together, but behind closed doors it just feels like they are absolute animals. And this offer that's coming in is immediate. As soon as you meet this person, they're going to take care of your financial problems. It's like almost I'm getting a vibe that they're going to pay your student loans, they're going to pay your rent, they're going to buy your car, whatever the case is. You're going to receive confirmation by the fact that they immediately start to splurge on you, with the high priestess coming out to clarify this weakness of yours is no longer an issue to them. If you felt like you were weak because of this thing, this trait about you, your personality, they see it as a diamond jewel. They see it as the best thing about you and should be held on high because those positive feelings are everything. Again, it comes back to your spirit is hungry and your spirit needs to be nourished. Your spirit needs that love. It needs you to stop being afraid to let go and just sink into whatever feeling is there, to just float, because God is going to carry you. The devil is going to carry you. Whoever this is, the boogeyman, Chucky, I don't know, the bride of Chucky, whatever the case is, just love your life and love who you are, because there's literally nothing to be afraid of. Literally nothing to be afraid of. Like I cannot see anything to fear in this energy, and there's all types of monsters standing in front of me. It's like, are you on my side or are you about to be on my plate? Because that's the kind of energy we're in right now. It was actually kind of funny in a moment as well, but I'm getting like, she was heartbroken, she was depressed. In any case, let's get into this energy. Like you putting your heart and soul on the line. It might not be something that you were advertised. You wouldn't sell this, but it's definitely being bought. People are buying it. Is the vibe I'm getting. 10 of Cups is coming out, and this wants to come out. Someone wants to marry you. Oh my God. Okay, so we got the marriage card. Someone definitely wants to marry you. They're getting on their knees. And I want to say hands and knees to propose to you. Oh my God. You usually have the cat by the after the kitty, if you catch my drift. Okay, so what else is going on with this energy? Securing the necessary resources and someone wanting to marry you is love. It's not just about sex, it's the energy. It's definitely love. This person's coming in with their heart on the line. They're very in love with you, and this has been happening over time. This is possibly a friend or a business partner who he may be proposing marriage, but it feels like it's starting off with just you guys being exclusive or you guys starting to date. It feels like he wants you as his wife, but it's starting off like, let's just hang out, let's just go to a theme park, let's just have a meal together on a more serious note, is the vibe I'm getting. Your energy is succulent, your energy is amazing. Like I could go on and on. It does feel like this person wants to worship you. Someone judging you is like all tens across the board. Someone is watching you very closely, and it feels like you're prepared for this. Like I'm getting like someone smearing pupils all over their skin. I don't know who that's for, but it's like it came out like a melanin cream or something. Like everybody's black eyes is on you. Something about black eyes. Okay, so yeah, someone was tapping into your energy and it was draining you, but you reversed it. You did a reverse Uno on this energy. How is that saying? A reverse Uno card or something? But I feel like you changed this energy completely around. It's almost like for some, is not being seen as draining because I feel like you're a giver. So it's almost like, take this. And then for others, it feels like you started to siphon from the person who's about to siphon from you, and you took them for all their worth. But I'm getting that there's something you worked on in the past that is blowing up and it's about to pay off massively. Something you just put out there, like, people aren't going to notice this. And it's just almost like just sitting in this tiny little corner on the globe. But it feels like it's going to reach a global audience. And the whole world is going to know about this. The whole world is going to be inspired by whatever you do because you put your heart and soul into it. It's very high qualities coming out. You could be an artist. It's like it's happening so slowly, even though it says it's happening rapidly, it feels like you're not gonna notice. It's almost like the clouds are moving quickly, but you don't really notice how fast they're moving. It feels like it's moving fast enough for you not to notice, but quickly enough for it to happen in a short period of time. And so, almost like the sun going down, like we don't really notice the sun just sprinting across the sky, but the vibe is that, you know, by the time it's all said and done, it's gonna be like, this happened kind of quick. Like now that I put everything together, from the moment I started working on this to the moment I actually see rewards and results and that satisfaction, that joyful assurance that everything's going to be okay. It feels like it was a really short period of time. It feels like things that were difficult are no longer difficult. And there's a joyful feeling of assurance that you're going to get really comfortable with. I'm seeing someone who is I'm seeing someone who is living in a cottage, and something about an echo is significant. Like you only hear yourself, but also like you only hear your own thoughts and feelings. Like if you sing a song and you stop singing that song, it's like that song is still playing in your head, but it's in your own voice. Like it's like your spirit is lingering. It lingers around your environment, and it's almost like a whole other entity. I'm getting the Holy Spirit, like the Holy Ghost is very present in your home, and it keeps you company. I feel like there's a lot of space. It just feels like you come from such a real place where, and this is not just about neighborhoods or states, it's about your heart, where your heart is. And it feels like you're so focused on what you care about and you believe in what you do that these low level entities trying to affect you really come off like flies. You're not angry at the flies, you're angry at the mess. It's the mess that needs to be cleaned. So it feels like whatever they're attaching to and feeling like they have some kind of authority over you, that's what needs to be worked on. And this person coming in is definitely helping you reach that goal of working on yourself, because you need someone who is working on themselves and on a higher level. And this has to be a constant growth. Your person has to constantly be working on themselves so that you can constantly have something to draw from. It's like they can't just feel like they're in control because you give them that power, like some kind of a god. They have to be alive and be walking on this earth and growing and experiencing things every single day. They have to constantly put themselves out there every single day in order to come to you with some kind of instructions. And that's what I feel like in the past you've had people come to you who were just like, I'm the boss. You're the boss because of what? You're the boss of what? Like, what business is it? And it's just people feel like they're in control because someone else told them they were in control, but they're not actually in control of anything. So I'm getting that someone you work with or someone who's preparing themselves to apply for a job for a position that you're offering, or just trying to fill a need that you have presented to the public that you have. They're coming in to work with you, but it feels like there's going to be some kind of a romantic gesture. Like this person initially wants to work with you, but they're going to try and make it seem like They want to get even closer than that. Like they want to work with you is the vibe I'm getting. Like it's not just about the money. Big raise is the raise coming up. For some of y'all, it could be your first check. It could be the first monetary reward you're about to see. So I feel like you are definitely getting that raise. We've got Ace of Pentacles coming out twice, and it feels like this is something you're manifesting. It feels like not only are you being rewarded in the dark, but you're being rewarded in public. It's like you feel like a rich person behind closed doors and when everybody sees you, because there's this energy like, not all rich people are happy. They don't like their families, blah blah blah. But I'm getting like you love what you do, you love your work, you love the process, you love the journey, and there's just so many rewards here. Like it's just a stream of income that never ends, the gift that keeps on giving. Wasn't the end for you, but it's definitely the end for them. So you left them in that toxic scene and they kept playing it on a loop, thinking that you're still a victim, that you're still upset about something they did. And it's like you moved on, moved up, you bossed up, you upgraded, you leveled up. Try to reach out to you in person, the 3D world is like, just ignore it. Like literally just block. How did you even get my number? Just block this email, block this number. If it's a friend request, block it. Like you're not going back to the past. If this is your energy, book a reading with me if you're resonating. So they see you bossing up, they see you leveling up. That's the reason why they regret the way they treated you, because it's like, oh, you actually have dreams. Like most people don't dream. Most people just go with the flow. And if they have, a supportive family or supportive system, then that flow is going to send them somewhere that maybe looks like they're a successful person. But eventually it's going to burn out because they can't maintain that kind of self respect and value in themselves. It's like they got the good job, but now they're cheating on their wife, or they suck at life is the vibe that I'm getting. And you're someone who struggled from the beginning, taking one step in front of the other, and it's got you to a place where you want to be. It feels like someone's being forced to manifest better for themselves. Like you can no longer tolerate this. You got another ace coming out right away. Ace of Swords. It's just followed by a whole bunch of thoughts. The swords suit represents thoughts. So it's like someone said, put your money where your mouth is, or something about somebody putting their foot in their mouth. That's how if it's coming off like the people who saw you react to the way you were being treated. They're like, she made a mistake. And I'm almost getting like slaves. But these are like modern day slaves who are content with their situation and are just looking at it from such a lack state of mind. Like, as long as I got food, as long as I got shelter, massa ain't done me no wrong or something like that. And it feels like you just had enough with that and you walked away. And now it's just a bunch of manifesting thoughts. I'm hearing affirmations like, I am more than enough. I am capable. Like you just put all your heart and soul into believing in yourself and this dream. No matter what, you believe in yourself. But it feels like it's really going far. Like this is really it for you. Giving yourself the necessary rest, pushing yourself when you need to push yourself. Like you're really a trailblazer here. And I'm getting that the people who saw you leave that situation are still watching you. But they're still talking shit also. It's just this constant stream of who she thinks she is. She ain't nobody, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's definitely lonely at the top is the vibe that I'm getting. I feel like you had to separate yourself in order to focus on your career, because the people were getting what they wanted. Whoever this was crossing your boundaries is like they were getting what they wanted for free is the vibe. Like you couldn't really start a career if everything that you amounted to was being siphoned without any kind of exchange. It's like you didn't even have a chance to realize who you are. Almost feels like you were being siphoned as a small child. Like I'm seeing a toddler who has to protect themselves and protect their space. Whereas this is a time for you to be protected by your parents and your family members, and it just seems like they have first dibs on your energy, basically. And it may have come out and expose itself in the 3D world as a mental disorder or a physical disability, but it really is that you just had to put all of your effort into protecting your space and you didn't have time to focus on ABC, yellow, black, white, whatever the case is. Like the colors weren't there, the shapes weren't there, but it also feels like you understood way more than people gave you credit for. It feels like they're lying about something. Are they over their ex? So the Eight of Swords is coming out. It definitely feels like this person is still trapped in this relationship, in this partnership, even if it's just a mental one, but it does feel like their heart is still being tugged and bound. Please let me in, let me get some of that peace. But the fact is, you're not going to be over someone else's house trying to get in their house and get their peace. If you were really a peaceful person, you would be minding your business. This is your energy. If you're resonating, book a reading with me. So you want to know why things aren't working out for you is because you need to look at this situation from a different perspective and see exactly what is happening. The reality is these people are threatened by you. They are threatened by the fact that you love yourself and have access to yourself. When they don't have access to themselves is the vibe I'm getting. Because the heart of it is really not just about focusing on you. It's what they don't have within themselves. They're looking at you like you're a mirror reflection of them. And they're like, it's like someone looking in the mirror, like, what is it? What do you want? How can I help you? How can you help me? Or whatever the case is. When it's them looking at a piece of glass, they have no idea that they are themselves and that you are a separate entity. What else is going on? This is someone, look, many choices is being confirmed by the card of many choices, Seven of Cups. So, yeah, this feels like someone who you already know doesn't belong in your energy, but it's something about them that's so captivating. It feels like a drug, almost like something you know you're not supposed to be messing with, but that's how they come off. Like they want to be taboo, they want to be toxic, and this is what they're manifesting as well. I'm getting this like this is a content creator or somebody who wants you to be addicted to them because they don't want you to have a choice to walk away, but you definitely have that choice and you can use your wisdom at any time. You've been caring too much about what other people think. With this manifestation, it seems like you had way too much time to build on this dream, and it's like, well, why isn't it working? This is why. You had people stomping out your fire before you even got it started, wanting to dig into your thoughts and read your mind before you even were able to put it together. It's like almost like someone burnt out in kindergarten, high school, college, whatever the case is. Like you just finished college, you just walked off the stage with your degree, and already you had enough because they've been draining you this entire time. You might even have a situation where people will show up to your graduation ceremony worried about what time it's going to end and how long it's going to be, and how long we got to drive back home or whatever the case is. Like they only care about themselves. They only show up to your event to remind you that this is all about them. You got the sun coming out and a reminder to look at this from the actual perspective is the truth. The fact that they don't care and you spent all this time trying to make enough, provide for your family and provide for your friends and just be the showstopper and, life of the party. But the fact is, they don't even want you there. I feel like the vibe is with this energy is like they're calling you an introvert or like you like to stay at home and keep to yourself. But the fact is, they don't want you around. It's not even like you're self isolating, like you're just not welcome in these places because they are jealous of you. They see you as a threat. It's like, no, we're not going to invite the lion. We're not going to invite the tiger. We're not going to invite the bear. They really see you as a wild animal that can take anything it wants because they see you as someone who doesn't follow the rules. You make up your own rules, and that's a problem for them. That's what I'm getting. Like you're a machine. And anybody who tries to come up against you is basically just adding fuel to the fire. And someone just keeps saying, you're playing with fire, you're playing with fire, like, don't light that match. But it's like, you're doing me a favor because you're going to get so much money at the end of it. It's like you're waiting for something to happen. It's like you're tempting your antagonizers to do something. Like, I dare you, I double, triple dog dare you to do something. So you got a lot of momentum coming and it's meant to drive you upward. It's like this water coming in, you're about to ride this wave, you're about to swim to the next shore. It's like this is not going to drown you. This is not a problem at all. It feels like whoever this energy or entity or antagonistic individual who is trying to get tangled up in your energy, they see it as a problem. They're afraid of where you're headed and what you're doing. They see you as playing with fire. It's like, okay, so lighting a candle is playing with fire. Okay, putting this candle up in a high place to light in the room, bright in the room so I can see what I'm doing is playing with fire. These people love to live in darkness and they are upset and afraid and petrified, terrified of the fact that you're exposing their insecurities and their fears. You had to fight these battles. It almost feels like the people who were supposedly approving your situation basically is like they feel like they have a red stamp and they can either approve or deny you. It's like, I'm not coming to you for anything. You don't have anything that I desire. I can create everything I want on my own. The vibe is they're the main ones slowing you down. These are your doubters. These are the ones who have been talking, you know, crap in your ear or basically just trying to throw their 2 cents in the pile. And it's like your 2 cents isn't making a difference to the situation. In fact, it's being rejected. It's like, yeah, it happened. This isn't the first or the last time this is going to happen. Ten of Pentacles is coming out again. So literally everything that was supposed to happen is still happening. You're moving right along. Nothing was interfered with, tainted, or ruptured. I don't know why the word rupture is coming up. But you owe this person nothing but your respect. And I feel like that's because you're just a respectful person. They may not have done anything to earn your respect, but it's like, there's nothing you can do to make me hate you. I'm a loving person. That's just the way it is. You got 4 of Wands coming out and a Ten of Wheel, the Wheel of Fortune. And I'm glad that got caught because look at the way it came out. Look at this spread already. It's a celebration. There's a marriage happening here. And there's two energies that I'm getting. It feels like neither one of these people deserve to even be considered, but it does feel like you have someone in mind, someone in your heart that you are pulling in closer, and they don't have a choice but to come closer. They're like, no, I don't deserve it, like anybody but me. And it's like, whatever, I love you, and that's the end of it. This person is never going to build up the amount of self-esteem they need to feel like they deserve you. They are always going to feel like you're better than them, and they just have to deal with that. It also comes off like, why wouldn't you want me to be better than you? Just leave it. Look at the Lovers coming out. This person has no choice but to fall on his knees and worship you, is the vibe that I'm getting. It's just like, it is what it is. Like, I don't know. Why even argue with it? Why even resist it? The vibe is that this person is losing all resistance when it comes to your energy, and they're literally falling in love with you at this time. Let's just say a millionaire, but I really feel like it's closer to 100,000. Like that's the most that they can make out of it. And that's like, whoa, I'm rich. $100,000. But even a million is not enough to you. A million is not a lot to you. 2 million is cheap. You're in the billions, you're in the trillions, and of course it's not going to be for everyone, but it feels like whoever this is for, you definitely have a lot of people in your space who want to pretend like they're your friend and just like you. And yeah, that's me too. This is so much more than what I anticipated with this energy. This is gunpowder. Like, the vibe I'm getting is they don't know any better. That's what they do. All they do is fight. These are people who go off to war. Send them at the problem. These are your spiritual warriors, is a new way to look at this. They're not fighting you. They're just fighters. Almost like white blood cells. The worst thing that could happen is you turn it on yourself. Love your enemies, love your neighbors, love the Lord. It doesn't get any simpler than that if this is your energy. And you can open up to any and everything that's coming towards you. You are not at risk of losing anything, almost because you have nothing to lose at this point. You gave it all away. This love is limitless. Your energy, I'm getting that they're crying because they've lost. They realize that they can't go as far as you went or as far as you're going. For some of y'all, it feels like almost like the sky just cracked. And it's like, oh wow, this is really limitless. Yeah, y'all were reaching for the clouds. Now we're walking on clouds. This person is traveling towards you despite the chaos that they're surrounded by. There's a lot going on around this person. And it feels like whenever you look at them, they're almost kind of heartbroken. And the reason why is because they're not right next to you. Imagine them exactly next to you, right next to you, and their face just lights up. This person needs your energy to survive. He almost feels like he can't do it without you, like he can't go another step. This is when Christ comes in. Christ is pulling him towards you. It feels like he can't even make it on his own. That's how weak he is without you. This person is literally about to collapse on your lap is the vibe that I'm getting. And he may even cry. You're about to go from being secluded to being in front of a whole crowd of people and knowing exactly what that feels like. It almost feels like you remember being in this position. Like you don't realize, but if you were in school and you did class projects, I mean, all of us were in school, right? Unless you were homeschooled. But even if you were doing presentations in front of your parents or for your family during Thanksgiving or something like that feeling of being in front of an audience, I feel like is about to be so familiar to you. But I'm also seeing a huge crowd. Like for whatever reason you had to stand on stage, even if it was graduation or some kind of a play or whatever the case is, church performances, you went to a concert and got called on stage or whatever the case is, you know what it feels like to be in front of a crowd. And that moment is about to be really special to you. I feel like that shift is going to be like, okay, this is it. This is where I belong. This is comfortable. This is home. This is me. Like, yes, you can invest in yourself. Yes, you can believe in yourself. Yes, you can have your soulmate and the love of your life, the man of your dreams. It's not too much. You wouldn't be dreaming about it if it wasn't meant for you. It feels like someone's sitting in traffic and they just decided to go forward on a goal. It's not necessarily running a red light because you specifically have the light to go, but it feels like it's in all areas of your life. There's a lot of choices here. It feels like that was almost a problem. You had analysis paralysis. It feels like you had too many choices, but now you're going to be looking at it differently. Like, I can have it all. You can have everything that crossed your mind, is almost what I'm getting. Like, every color, every size. What else is going on? Nine of Cups coming out. Act now on the intuitive idea you just received. And don't waste any time with the Knights coming out. They're rushing. And in this case, they're rushing right into each other. It feels like whatever you're after is after you. The Hangman's coming out twice. Something's definitely happening quickly. Someone's coming out of isolation very, very quickly. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm seeing someone hitting the ground running. Like whatever you're doing on your day off, it feels like you just like completely disappear from the face of the earth and then you pop right back up and start working. Like you definitely take your weekend seriously. Someone is sleeping for 2 days straight is what I'm getting. And then as soon as your period is over. I don't know if it's a literal period or not, but you definitely take some time to yourself and then you just pop right back up and get back to work. Then a death card at the bottom. Yeah, someone has some real issues with you rising. Almost like it seems like you chose love over a career, and that's why it's coming off like you're a serial gold digger is the vibe, because they're like, well, what are you doing, what kind of work do you do? And for some of y'all in this energy, it feels like you're really not into that go getter ambitious type of attitude. It's like you're standing by your partner's side, and so people see you, they see you prioritizing love over working for yourself basically, and it's like, well, you have hobbies, you do things that keep you happy, and loving life is not all about the hustle and bustle for everyone. And it feels like you're a perfect partner to this person because they love having you by your side, by their side. This is your energy. Book a reading with me if you're resonating. This is the best offer. I feel like nothing better is going to come along. If you're resonating, take and heed this warning. If not, then you're already refusing offers anyway, so I'm not going to harp on it too much, but I feel like this is one of those situations that you may regret if you decide that you want to wait for better. It's like, well, he offered you $1 billion, and it's like, well, no, it's worth $1 trillion. So, and they were watching you rise. They were watching your confidence build. They're watching you get stronger and stronger. And it feels like their intentions at the end of the day is purely selfish. They're like, well, as soon as you actually do what I want to do in life, then I'm going to trust your judgment. This feels like someone who may be a coach or whatever kind of career you're working in. It feels like you were trying to help people this entire time, but no one trusted you. No one trusted your judgment, your instincts. But someone did come in, and someone is coming in who sees that you have so much potential, and it's like they're basically taking you off the market before you ever even start this career, because it almost feels like they want you to sign a contract. This person has cooties, like nobody wants to see what this person sees. No one wants to see from their perspective in life. But they don't realize this person is stinking rotten rich. This person is stinking rotten filthy rich. And if that's something that you care about, then this person is passing on their knowledge and how they were able to do it. You get what I'm saying? Like they had their chance and they lost it. What else is going on with this energy? There's someone who sees you as the shining star that you are. Yeah, it does feel like this person is taking a risk. And I'm seeing someone who's literally letting you climb on their back. They see you as someone almost like a child. This is coming off very strange. It feels like you've been living around almost like hobbits. And so this person is pulling you out of the situation, and it's like they want you to rise up to the top. For whoever that is, maybe they're doing it just because God is telling them to do it. But I'm seeing them as stooping down on the ground, letting you climb up on their shoulder, and then they stand up and lift you up to the sky, basically. And that's the only way this person can get back up from the ground, is if they help somebody, is the vibe. It feels like whoever this person is, they are having compassion on you and your situation because they're very caring. And it seems like the only way that they can move forward in life is if they show love to the situation. Like they can't just watch you suffer. Whereas this other group of people was literally being entertained by your misery. This person suffers with you. So you're getting justice. This character is also coming off like an angel figure. It feels like they stand much taller than the normal person, because it feels like they're lifting you straight out of hell and right into heaven is the vibe that I'm getting. And it has to do with this luxury lifestyle that you're manifesting for yourself. It also feels like there's some old habits from the past that are pulling you back in, like that want to try to distract you. And this could be seen as a third party or even this habit itself is almost like a whole entity that wants a relationship. I feel the obvious advice is to keep moving forward. I almost want to just clarify, like, this is the card that we're working on, and look at that. Worry is the first one. The first. So you're definitely being told that you don't have to worry anymore. All right. So it's like you can't get this love from God unless it comes through this man. Because it's something here important about you not being connected directly to God. Like, that's a man's job. Also, it's very dangerous to connect to God. The haters hate that. You become a target. They hate it. They feel like you're just so good and so special and so smart and so pretty, and they just hate it. What else is going on? Well, where have you been? Like, this is giving the impression of someone who every time they meet up with you is like, oh, I'm sorry I haven't called. It's like you're always apologizing because you're never around. Every time you show up, you have to apologize for not being around. And it feels like this is what you have accumulated while in their absence. While they were gone, you've been working. And it feels like you may even have built up a new group of collaborators. 3333 could be significant. 333 could be significant. Let's get some money. Someone is watching you in this energy. And I know you're watching this video, but I definitely feel like someone is watching you watch this video. I don't know who that is for. But the vibe is coming off like there's a mirroring effect, a chain reaction here, a domino effect. This is also coming off like you're watching your own videos. You could be a content creator, and it feels like it's just a spiral of support happening here. This person could also be watching you and you're watching them. It could be an online relationship. It feels like it's very approved. Like it's very comfortable for the both of you. You both get what you need out of this. It feels like there's a glass in between you, and now the fourth wall is like completely sealed off. There's a glass in between you, a screen in between you. But this person feels like now all of a sudden they want to meet up with you. Like, yep, that's exactly how I would do it. That's me right there. You know, it's the vibe. Like, just appreciate this moment for what it is, because I feel like it's not going to last forever. It just feels like a wave coming through is what I'm getting. And again, you're going to be standing in this space on your own. Like, what's next? What else? I'm ready for it. The whole world is coming next. You know, it may just be a wave that prepares you for it. And I'm seeing water coming in a very dry desert. And if all of this water came at once, then the whole land would flood. But because it's a little trickle at a time and slowly starts to increase, then the land can prepare for it. The earth starts to soften and absorb this water, so it's not all completely flooded. It feels like they're being judged, highly judged, and also like you're using your best judgment when it comes to this energy, that not everything that glitters is gold. And whoever this person is coming in, no matter what kind of outfit or uniform they've got on, they might have just got a fresh cut, but who knows? A whole decade before that, they were homeless. It's like that vibe. Because you get a makeover and you look good right now doesn't mean you actually know how to maintain and upkeep yourself. And it's like they do whatever they can just to fit into your frequency and look like they're exactly like you, but they're not. They're coming in to hang and swing from your energy and ultimately be a baggage to you, something you have to lug around, and is a burden. Is the vibe I'm getting. So, I'm hearing something about a brand deal. Someone could be getting a brand deal. It also feels like it has to do with a commercial that you either created and they're going to want you to come in and create a commercial for them, or they saw you in a commercial and they want you to promote or endorse their products as well. It's devious. They're deviant. They're deviating from the norm. And they want to try to get you to be involved with it. And they're going to try and convince you to look at it from their perspective. But it's like, it's not good unless you hate it. That's what they love about it. They love that it makes you uncomfortable. There's a person who's coming in to support you. This person is very supportive. I almost like lose words, this energy, because it just feels like they're able to move around with you. Like, they're so smart, like, oh my gosh, so highly intelligent that they can understand your needs before you even mention them. So this person is very quick to adjust when things change, almost like a child. Like if a baby wants a bottle, give her a bottle. If a baby wants a pacifier, give her a pacifier. Whatever the case is, she wants a blanket, it's too hot, it's too cold. Like this person is just at your beck and call, and it's not a problem to them. It's like, it's a joy to just be in your presence. And I don't know, it feels like you're going to be focused on love in your life and who exactly supports you. Oh, wow. Okay. So it's almost like literal confirmation. What is impossible, what feels like is impossible, is not impossible. Is this love, this river of love here. It's not impossible to love this person. It's not impossible to be in love with this person, to share a space with this person. Your debt is about to be paid. Your debt is already paid. Whatever you feel like you owe the world is paid. You don't owe anybody anything, is the vibe that I'm getting. What else is going on in this energy? Yeah, because it feels like someone had you feeling like you owed them something, but you were a tax write-off. They been wrote off whatever that debt was. They been got their money back a long time ago, possibly even within that same year, because I feel like this is from the past. Your destination is changing. I'm really seeing someone moving up north. I don't know where you are right now, but go a little bit higher is the vibe I'm getting. I don't know when it cut off or what got cut off, but the energy is getting really excited. It feels like, that McDonald's, I'm loving it kind of energy. It feels like a commercial almost. Like you're waiting for the cameras to cut and it's like, okay, are you still here? Like, were we just acting or is that real? Is this energy that magnetic? Oh my God. I feel like almost like Carrie getting invited to the prom and you're just like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm completely fulfilled. This is perfect for me, but is it real? I need to know, is this a prank? Is this a joke? Like halfway, it almost feels like you want to be embarrassed. Like, why am I so, whoever this is in this energy is like, why are you so shocked that this person is falling for you or has fallen for you or wants to take you out or wants your number or like, I don't know. It's like, have you looked in the mirror? But at the same time, it's like, just go ahead and feel your feelings, whatever they are. Don't pretend to be cocky if you're not cocky. Whatever this person loves about you is who you are, is your true natural self, your adorable self. But yeah, there is this vibe like you just want to scream in a room or scream in a pillow by yourself and just feel so overwhelmed by this love and attention that's coming towards you. Yeah, it does feel like someone's just like showing up at your doorstep with flowers and like it's just one thing after the next. But it's also coming off like a boy toy. Like this person, it feels like a waiter. Almost the vibe is like you're so happy about just getting your food. Like you're hungry, like you're ravished, if that's a word. And the waiter is finally coming to serve you. This person, what else is going on? You see, like I'm not making this up. This person is coming in with offerings, with gifts, like one after the next. Is the vibe that I'm getting. And I'm almost getting overwhelmed. I'm glad this is the last reading I do in this session because it just feels like this is so much, almost intoxicating. And I did get this energy of someone overdosing on love. So take it easy. It's real. Take your time with it. What else is going on? A river can be dangerous. Yeah, you got to take a break, rest. Instead of going into isolation, expose yourself to the world. And yeah, so that's the time we're on in this energy. Stay alert because you're definitely going to be working with people, with someone else. When it comes to this money, it's not just you building this on your own. Just like I get this message to possibly use AI. You may be using other people as well, maybe even watching other videos that are related to manifesting or creating your own channel, or maybe you do have a manifesting channel that's about to go viral. Congratulations. Okay, what else is going on? This vibe is coming off like you're about to be taken off the streets and into a pharmacy. Like you're still going to be used, but it's on a massive scale is the vibe that I'm getting, and it's regulated. So You have highly intuitive powers. You may even be used to predict the future, possibly financial futures. I don't know if there's a word for that, like insider trading or something. But I mean, if you're a psychic, is it really against the law to predict numbers? I'm also getting the vibe like you're going to be working in casinos or working for someone who plays cards or something like that, possibly even another psychic, or even working as a psychic, being hired as a psychic, almost like musical chairs. People are running around in circles because they don't have your seat. You're the one sitting in the seat. It's almost like these people have just not been removed off of the stage. Like, I don't know if you watched what is it? Showtime at the Apollo, where the clown will come out and sweep the losers off the stage. That's the vibe I'm getting. Like, they just haven't been swept off the stage yet. What else is going on with this energy? It feels like someone's acting new, like very brand new, straight out the box. And it almost feels like someone's like, I know you've been used, you've been handled quite a bit, and they want to talk about it. Like, let's talk about it. But this is not my personality, so I'm having a difficult time channeling this kind of energy. It's very catty, very dramatic, very like spill the tea. Like, there's a lot of tea to be spilled. Is what I'm getting. Let's move on. I'm almost done with this energy. Now you're being told to focus your generosity where it is appreciated. So be kind to those who are kind to you. You in this energy, it feels like you don't have to keep on trying to people please people who don't give a damn about you. Just to be frank, you're being told to clearly define the new power dynamic. So clearly define the new power dynamic in order. Basically, what I'm getting is write that line out very clearly. Let everyone know that you're not focused on anybody's approval, that you don't need anybody's permission. Make it really clear that you don't need anyone's permission, and it doesn't matter whether or not they like you. They can like you, they can hate you. It doesn't matter. Okay. That's the vibe I'm getting. Because this fear that they're projecting on you is slowing you down. It's almost like, they really make it seem like you're carrying them, like you're a train, or like, whoa, slow down, or you're a car, like they're the passenger drivers, and they're like, slow down, there's a bridge over there, it's like the road is ending, there's a cliff, you're about to drive right off the cliff, just slow down. It's like, you're not in my car, we're not going in the same direction, I don't know you, mind your business, this has nothing to do with you, basically. Yes, you're using your degree as the vibe I'm getting, and you're using it in so many various ways. I feel like you also have multiple degrees. You seem like someone who loves school, you love to learn, and also like school is life. So you're constantly learning, you're constantly using and applying this knowledge, and your struggle is about to end very soon if it hasn't already, because your success is the only defense that you need. You don't have to defend yourselves. You don't have to defend yourself anymore. I'm also getting that your success is the boundary that's protecting your peace. Beyonce said revenge is the best paper. Or what'd she say? There's a tremendous amount of money coming towards you. And again, it feels like it's paying for something that you are already owed. But it is coming in a lump sum. And again, I feel like whatever you do end up spending it on at this point is going to be pure luxury, pure pleasure, fun, joy, and almost like you don't have to think about work anymore because you have everything you need and you've been maintaining that list, an ongoing list that's been provided to you or will be provided to you is the vibe that I'm getting. Whatever it is your dreams are, you can attain them, you can obtain them, you can pursue them, no matter how old you are or young, whatever the case is, you could do anything you want. Is the vibe that I'm getting. And be happy about it. I don't feel any sense of guilt when it comes to this energy. You're being told to seize the moment. Take this opportunity. Look at that. Seize the moment. Someone gave someone a taste. And so this could be a good thing or a very, very negative thing in their case, because I feel like they took that taste without permission, without consent. And it's almost like a drug. It's a drug that they cannot overcome. It's something that they're going to continuously be chasing. throughout the entirety of their life, and they don't realize that by you leaking off some of your power, some of your aura, it only makes you stronger. And at the end of the day, drugs do kill. Yeah, security is coming out. Home security. I'm seeing you guys in a gated community almost like, but it also feels like your body, your home is where the heart is where the gated community is. It's like, it feels like you have your boundaries set, and it's set in such a positive and optimistic place. Like, what I'm getting is there's so much room to grow here. You definitely set some kind of a fortress around your ideas, thoughts, and patterns. And it allows you to see as far out into the horizon and say that all of this is mine. This feels like a heaven on earth kind of setup. And you have a lot of choices when it comes to love, because I'm getting this vibe. Well, who is this hardcore lover? Who is this person that's coming in to support you? It does feel like it's God the Father. And for some of y'all, it's a soul tribe family. But it feels like there's a lot of money coming in and a lot of people who want to invest in the situation. Seems like you have some online support. Either people who support this Amish lifestyle or people who support organic farming or something like that. And as long as you keep your thoughts directed at your source, your master, everything is working out. Everything is already worked out. That this person needs you more than they realize. They're growing up is the vibe. This could be a child that needs his mother, but it's coming off like that. Like, this is someone who needs support, and there's literally no one else in the world who's giving it to him the way you give it to him. Take it how it resonates. The vibe is that this person, they just don't know how to respond. Almost like they don't know how to behave. And they need someone who can hold it down, who can keep their feet on solid ground. A 10 of coins is coming out. So there's a lot of money here. Okay, so this person is definitely in their feelings about you and thinking about everything they lost by having you walk away. You were their entire world. And it feels like you learned your lesson. You learned your karmic lesson and walked away from the situation. And you may even still be dwelling on this to a certain extent for this to be an energy that you're resonating with. If you're resonating, you may actually be manifesting this person back into your life to some extent. It feels like you two are tied to each other. This is coming off like soul tie energy, but it's very healthy and is a give and take. There's a mirroring happening here. Okay, so this person feels very safe in your energy and your aura. And it does feel like they came from such a dark place. You don't even need to know where they came from because they don't want you to ever look away from God. That is what they see in you looking at God. And yeah, they're getting very, very, very close to you. And the vibe is also like, the closer they get to you, the closer they get to God. Now there's this energy with it being an approved situation. And the fact that it's coming off as a business loan, all the energy that they're taking from the situation, they intend on returning it to you. So the idea of echo chamber is coming up. It feels like it's not just you talking to yourself or talking to God, because this person is receiving your energy. But at some point, they're going to be feeding it back to you, is the vibe I'm getting. And it's like, this is the best energy ever. But it feels like someone got the wrong idea when they tried to reflect some kind of a monster back at you. And it's like, that's not who I am at all. I'm not a monster. Okay, so try again. Also, the vibe is, I don't know, maybe the way this person was attacked in the past actually has some truth to it. Whereas when they try to attack you, it's like they're just projecting their own misery and disappointment or something like that. It's like, well, I'm not your mirror. I don't know whose energy this is for. This giveaway sweepstakes. Look at that. That's kind of scary, actually. Yeah, you're going to be paid for what you're doing. And the money, I mean, whether it's Bitcoin or cash or land or properties, vehicles, is almost like company everything. It's coming from the company and you might not physically own it, but it's yours. It's in your hands. You could do whatever you want with it. It just feels like people are just either in love with you or obsessed with you or just don't want to admit it. What else is going on with this energy? It feels like a dream, like a literal dream. You may have children, and I'm getting children and pets. Whoever is in your care, even mother in law, father in law, they're all spoiled. Almost, I'm hearing to death, but I don't really want to bring that kind of energy in. Maybe someone has passed in your family, and you go to the cemetery and you just spoil them with flowers and almost have a ritual where you sing your condolences. And it just feels like everyone in your life is loved. Look at the sun coming out. There's this vibe like positivity is a must. It's almost the air you breathe, the blood in your veins. You just don't see any other way to exist in life besides being happy, being appreciative. And again, it's like, it's not this obnoxious, toxic positivity. Is like, even on bad days when you're crying, you have yourself a good cry. You might have some comfort food, watch a sad movie, read a sad book. It's like you really indulge in your feelings and being present in yourself. And then you ease yourself out of that mood and get yourself back out and go for a walk, have a jog, eating healthy. It's like, it just feels so well rounded. It does feel like someone's coming in to help support you, like a coach or a manager who's very well versed in how to handle the crowds and how to be your best self in front of the camera. Yeah, this person seems very comfortable in front of the camera, and they're also very comfortable making you comfortable. Like, just let it go, let all that anxiety and nerves go. It seems like there were people from your past who got off on your nerves, and that's the only reason you even have them. They used to agitate you and intentionally uh, irritate you because they really loved the way you responded in a nervous sort of way. But it was never your natural disposition to be afraid of this attention. It feels like the universe is really taking over here and saying, okay, enough is enough. You're not shy. It feels like someone needs to forgive a situation that was causing some animosity in your life. It seems like there was a real need for you to fight your battles, fight your own battles, perhaps clear your own space, maybe fight for your territory, your rights, that sort of thing. A space where you can speak your own mind, or almost like your voice has to lead the way for you, projecting some sort of a fence around yourself. And it feels like a lot of people were crossing your boundaries at some point. And so you're going to be forgiving them for that. Forgiveness is the only thing that kind of clears away that need to constantly put up a guard and a shield and protect yourself. All the people who are going to be hurt, so many feelings are going to get hurt when you do well, when you rise to the top, when you receive all that support that you deserve and you deserve, because that's where you come from. You come from a supportive system. You come from a place where you don't have to ask. It's already there. And it feels like you can't help but to know who you are. Quiet strength is coming up. What else is going on? Look at that. Your strength card. And I was thinking in the last reading that a lot of this is resonating with that, with the strength card coming out. So it does show itself again. How exciting. And just recognize that everything is working out the way it's supposed to. What else is going on with this energy? It feels like you went through the hard times so that you can enjoy the good times without shame. For some of y'all, you had to isolate, you had to self-isolate and reserve your energy because it's just that good. This is the reason why people want to siphon it. This is why people are attracted to you, because you're attractive. It's just part of the process of learning to set boundaries, learning to protect your energy. And, at the end of the day, you still are this amazing, unique individual. It feels like a fun game, but also very powerful. And like there's a lot at stake. Whoa, okay. King and Queen of Pentacles coming out. When it comes to this competition, it feels like you just blew them out of the water. Like they're about to pack up their bags and leave and walk away, almost like forfeit, because they know that you're not anyone to play with. You're not anyone to mess with. Like you just got way too many guns in your arsenal. And it has to do with this luxury lifestyle that you're manifesting for yourself. It also feels like there's some old habits from the past that are pulling you back in, like that want to try to distract you. And this could be seen as a third party, or even this habit itself is almost like a whole entity that wants a relationship. I feel the obvious advice is to keep moving forward. I almost want to just clarify, like, this is the card that we're working on, and look at that. Worry is the first one. The first. So you're definitely being told that you don't have to worry anymore. All right. So it's like you can't get this love from God unless it comes through this man. Because it's something here important about you not being connected directly to God. Like that's a man's job. Also, it's very dangerous to connect to God. The haters hate that. You become a target. They hate it. They feel like you're just so good and so special and so smart and so pretty, and they just hate it. What else is going on? They tried to prevent you from seeing this blessing as a blessing. They wanted to close you up to the light. They wanted you to hurt forever. And look, the money is coming out. They wanted your arms to be so tightly bound, like in a traumatic reaction, in a traumatic response. They wanted you to be clinging to yourself so that you wouldn't be able to open your arms to this money that's coming in. And you wouldn't be able to decipher whether or not it's for you or against you. And being in that paranoid state is defeating the purpose, because you're meant to experience that dopamine of accomplishment. Know that you did a good thing. Know that you got through a situation. This is possibly when you decide to turn the tables and let them see that you're not the one who needs help at the end of the day, and you did everything you could to relate to their situation so that you could be of more use, but they were stomping you down the entire time. It's almost like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care anymore. I can walk away from this at the end of the day. And whereas though they are stuck in their situation, you no longer have pity for them, focusing on your manifestation and pulling in your abundance. Okay. Somebody has definitely been dicking around in your energy, and they're about to get caught up in a worse way because they didn't expect you to move so quickly, as quickly as you're moving. It's like, yeah, like whoever this person is in the energy, it feels like this is someone who has broke into the manufacturing plant, and it's like, I don't want the boss to be as successful and productive as they are. I'm going to push some buttons and pull some levers and hopefully just throw everything out of whack. But they end up getting sucked into the machine, and next thing you know, it's pieces of them that's being bottled up and shipped out. Like whoever this person is getting tangled up in your energy, 444 on the clock, you've just absorbed. I'm really excited for you because things are about to turn around, because it feels like this is potent energy. It's like people have been slinging around shit for years, and you suddenly realize how to turn it into gold. Yeah, there's this vibe like it's a gold rush. You have access to wealth right now and luxury. Okay, so someone's energy is being alchemized into something very positive. You got the 8 of Wands turning into the 10 of Coins here. The 10 of Pentacles is like, yeah, you definitely learn how to alchemize forward. And it feels like there's a certain aspect of this group that is trying to chase you down. and so that they can get into this new place with you. It's all about frequency here. And it feels like they're trying to vigorously escape some kind of traumatic event that's on the horizon. They see you moving towards this 10 of cups. They see you being very balanced. But the fact is, you spent years reaching this destination, and it's all spiritual. So in a physical world, you may feel like people are chasing you down or hounding you down, but they can never catch you because this is a spiritual energy. This is a spiritual improvement. Keep your ideas fresh and flowing. The word flow is coming up twice. So it feels like some energy of stagnation and you being able to keep going. It seems like you also have plans or strategies or blueprints that you're following. Yeah, you definitely are coming off like a coach at this time. Someone that you're fixing despite the tantrums that they throw or the pity parties that they want to invite you to. And it's like, no, you already have goals in mind. You're moving towards a certain point. You definitely feel like the one who's coming off as being more mature. Like it feels like this money is coming at the right time. It's broken families. And it's something that you're going to be able to take immediate action with because it's already cleared is what I'm getting. Like you're going to immediately be able to cash in on what's coming towards you. Now, it does feel like what's being invested in is something that ordinarily most people would shut down. Like this is a shadow self that's being invested in. Someone sees the way you were being bullied and mistreated in the past and is like, here's something to help out with that. Like you don't have to change yourself or fix yourself as if you're a bad person, but really just here's something to help make your life a little easier. It's almost getting like people are saying you're selfish and ignorant and maybe you have an addictive personality or they're upset because they're obsessed with you, so they're trying to call you toxic, or is that you're much more valuable in a place where you feel good rather than just take from you. Like you're about to be fed into, you're about to be pampered. The word is not spoil. It's literally just you being supported and having everything you need because your shining face is much more valuable than you being haggard down. But you were never anybody's victim. If they were feeding you hatred and animosity and antagonism, then that's what you thrive off of. Like now you're somebody who feeds off of negativity. So you might come off as an instigator. This is not going to be for everybody, but whoever it is for, you're thriving in this energy, in this space. And it's not a victim. It's not somebody getting beat up behind the scenes. You're getting stronger. You come out looking like a beast. You look jacked. It feels like there's family members who are being ostracized while you're being brought in. It's like they never loved and supported this person the way you loved them. Yeah, you're definitely getting a lot of attention at this time, and that attention is turning into cash. This is money that you're using to finance your business. You're using this money to travel, and it's also the way you speak to yourself because this attention could be wasted. You could see it as a stalker, as a peeping Tom, but really you take this money and you invest it into your business because, yeah, this is definitely money that's coming towards you. Yeah, it's like you got a whole audience. You got love offers coming up from this audience. And some of these people, they only want to be around you because they see that you're getting a lot of attention. It's like, what is this crowd here for? They see a crowd forming around you. And that in and of itself is attracting even more towards you. You're definitely aligning with success at this time. So I'm seeing these cups come out like this is blessings. These are blessings that you've had in your life for quite a while. And this energy, it feels like, oh no, I can't have that piece of chocolate. But then they just want to binge eat all night. The vibe is like, just have a piece. If you keep trying to stop yourself from doing it, then it becomes weird in this vibe. It feels like you have control over yourself. And this is also something that this person admires. So you're being told to invest in what lasts. And lasting is moderation. At all things in moderation. Someone was definitely trying to stress you out by the way they were behaving. This is someone who constantly had an attitude. Like anytime you even look in their direction, it's something wrong with them, and are almost like meant for you to figure it out. Like you did something to me that you need to figure out what you did, but really it's all manipulation. If it's something wrong with you, girl, you need to handle it and call me when you in a better mood. Is the vibe. There's so much more that's coming towards you. And that's what I feel like this energy is, that you had respect for someone in your life and you saw a possible potential relationship with this person. It also feels like a coworker betrayed you to some extent. Like they saw that you were about to get a promotion. They saw that you were being lifted up by your peers and colleagues. And so they wanted to jump in and stop that momentum. But this person is being trampled on. Yeah, it's like oh wow, they're definitely being trampled. There's money coming in. There's money coming in to pay off your loans and your debts, and there's money coming in to help stabilize your life. So you're gonna have enough to work out whatever kind of situations you got with people going on. And look, I'm seeing this coming in, resources coming in, because you're showing up and you're taking action. It's not just about you having faith in something. It's actually you actually making moves and going beyond the bare minimum. Like they're getting on bended knee in front of this massive crowd, this massive audience, almost like let the world see us. Let the world know that we're in love. Look at that. Then the devil comes out. Whoa. So this is interesting. Because it's like he doesn't want you to reflect on the fact that he's a heartbreaker or that he's playing with your heart. He's playing games with your emotions. He's like, let's focus on the work. Let's get back to work. It's all about business. This feels like a coworker or someone who's definitely in the same field as you, who wants to play games with you in order to make money. Like someone wants to be, come to me, spirit. Someone wants to almost like get in a relationship and have a child just to start a family channel or something like that. Like, do you realize that this is so much more than money? And he's like, well, you'll still get child support. People stepping up. Like, I can be your next poor decision. I could be your next mistake. And the vibe is whether you chose to go down that route or not, or you just picture how it would possibly end up. And it's like, no, that's not worth it, because you decided that these people who were walking into your life to waste your time is not worth it. You now have open arms for this money and abundance that's coming in. I'm seeing a lot of authority here. It does definitely feels like you're the one controlling this. Like this could get really bad for some. People have gone to narcotics and stimulants. People have unalived themselves in this energy. And it feels like you're really stirring it like a herd of sheep. You're really stirring this crowd in a direction that makes everyone happy. It's almost like you're feeding your community this kind of energy. Everybody's happy in this space. Invisible bondage. Because it's like there's definitely some group of individuals taking an interest in you doing this job, and people are saying that you're stuck in this place, like you can't ever move up, or almost like when someone becomes popular or famous, now you can never go anywhere without everyone knowing who you are, and you'll never get that privacy back. And it's almost like, was it worth it? Because you could be a billionaire and no one know you and go wherever you want without worrying about big crowds. It feels like this is work that you've done. What you're receiving is your own love, to trust yourself, that you're looking out for yourself and protecting yourself. Because it does feel like someone is afraid to go in, worried about all the other wolves that are trying to break into the fortress. And there's something here about you're the one who built this fortress. You're the one who is protecting yourself at the end of the day. And now it feels like it's time for you to love yourself, even regardless of what the so-called uh, threats may be. The way you love yourself is, again, something that should be taught. But I also feel like it's that self-respect, it's the self-respect and the self-love that go hand in hand, because you could love yourself until your dying days. You could love yourself and still be getting stomped into the ground without boundaries. And because you're able to put boundaries in place and enforce those boundaries, it's just a powerful energy overall. It just seems like if someone's going to watch you, they might as well bring a camera, because they're going to need to make a tutorial out of it. Everybody needs to learn exactly what you're doing, and they need to put you in the university basically and make a whole course out of it, because that's how valuable your experiences are and the way you deal with things. Your man goes to work, your man comes home from work. You don't have to worry about what he's doing while he's at work. He's doing his job. Or you shining the light since you were a child, being forced into it. Where it's like, what is all of this? I'm either happy or I'm not. Like, we don't need to sexualize my emotions. Someone was really torn apart with this. Oh, okay, so it feels like someone put you on, like turned you on to this calling of having to be happy for no reason whatsoever, almost in spite of your sadness and misery. And it's like the happiness was causing you to be depressed, because they made you carry other people's feelings. They forced you to make other people happy. So you had to be tuned in to adult emotions and energies. And maybe not even all adults. Maybe you were, what's the word? Cooning, jiving, like, yeah, shucking and jiving for everybody, like a clown. And this vibe is like, you have the strength to walk away from that, because maybe you're not so happy. And maybe that's the best thing in the world, to be able to let go of this. But for some of y'all, it's like what you are is so much more than happiness. Like, you're literally the sun in this vibe. It's like he's seeing you as his mother or big sister. The vibe in this energy is you are supporting his come up. Like, you're helping him to manifest into a man, almost like you're raising this person. So I feel like what he did in the past was when he was younger, and now that he's older, he doesn't think like he did when he was a child. You guys are really coming together. There's a connection here. And yeah, he is trying to keep you stuck, but the vibe is that he wants to marry you. Like, if you would consider being married being stuck, he wants to pin you down. He wants to cuff you, is the vibe. The language is changing. But in the past, it's almost like, a child wrapping their arms and legs around your feet is not going to keep you still, even though his intentions is to keep you from moving and leaving. I'm looking at this person carry this flower. It's like he took something from you that he thought he was going to be able to nibble on in the dark. But the reality is, every time he opens his mouth, he's got a piece of you stuck in his teeth, and people can clearly see that he's been digging in the cookie jar. So what else is going on with this energy? Whoa, the world is coming out. It's almost like you're so relatable because you're so honest. But at the same time, there's someone who doesn't want this information revealed. And I do feel like this is someone in your own family, because it's going to be revealed who they are. And, it's very rare that you get a bunch of stars coming out of the same family. It's rare, it happens, but it's rare. And it feels like there's someone in your family who might get a little bit of that light as well. And he's worried that if this is your family or your soul tribe, he's worried that he's going to be overexposed, or that he's not going to look good in your light, because you might have something against him for something that he did, some way that he tried to penetrate your aura or steal some of your energy, steal some of your shine. And now it's like he can't get rid of it. Yeah, like you're being crowned by the universe. It's your peace of mind. Someone's really up in arms. They told you to do something, you didn't listen. They told you to open up and you didn't listen. But it's because you know better. And they've been trying to tell you this all your life. They've been trying to get you to open up all your life. And you're just like, no, thank you. No, thanks. So you have Two of Wands coming out. You could see this from a mile away. You could see it coming. And also, it's very easy to close yourself off to someone who is antagonistic. You're being blessed in so many ways because at the end of the day, they have to end up opening up to you. And what are you doing about that? You're feeding them, you're nourishing their soul and their spirit. Whereas these people are like, open up so I can give you a fat lip or something. The government turned them away. I'm almost getting like someone being turned away at the borders. Like it's like they stole your identification. They tried to steal your ID, and again, this is spiritually speaking, but it could be interpreted on a 3D level as well. And they thought that they were gonna cross over and just live a whole life, like basically steal your life. But the reality is they got checked at the gates and put into prison for the identity theft first and foremost. Yeah, so that didn't work out for them, and it feels like you definitely walked away with less than you had, but all of that's being replaced because on the other side of things, God told you to sell everything and move, and you did so without hesitation. It was almost like you were eager to do what God wanted you to do, and this is the reason why. Because they were planning on stealing it anyway. But because you listen to God, God is replacing everything that was lost. And also when they stole it, it didn't have nearly the same value as it had in your life because you were doing the work of God, the work of the Lord. Somebody blew up. Somebody snapped out. They're in judgment. This energy is, it feels like this is what they were antagonizing the whole time. They were instigating the fight because they want you to explode. They want to get rid of some homes. They want to make space for new projects. It's coming off like it's a natural thing. It's a natural part of the environment. Fire is part of the weather. And some plants cannot germinate unless they are burnt down. Some seeds that are planted will not take root unless everything else is burnt down. I'm hearing you're the man to do it. I don't know who I'm talking to, and I don't know how this is resonating, but I don't support arson or anything like that. You could be a firefighter in this energy. I'm just not saying much, but I feel like you got to tiptoe around whatever this is because they don't want you to ruin the surprise and they enjoy being alone. Like, you may not be quick to want to get in a relationship. It feels like you're very comfortable watching people try to connect with you, and is that something you're obligated to do? It doesn't feel like you have any kind of desperation when it comes to time, energy, and money. Like, you have more than enough of it. I feel like you're in a really comfortable space right now. You're watching everything unfold. This is the way you set it up. You're attracting, not chasing in this energy. Someone who is going to be dialed up from now on. It's like you were doing something in school and now you're doing it on a professional level, or you were doing it as a hobby and now you're being paid. So you've got a budget and things are changing. Someone getting their nails done. And this is really scaring whoever was in your energy because it's like they were saying, I like you homely, like you were more humble before you start doing all this fancy stuff. And it doesn't feel like it's coming out of the blue with you. It's like this was something I've always dreamed about. Oh, yeah. Like this is something you always talked about. Seems like this person, maybe that was the reason why you got separated because they were always trying to dim your light and saying, oh, well, I don't like that. I don't like all that weave and fake nails and all those hills and everything. Is like, okay, well, that's your opinion and I'm not going to try to change your mind, but I do like all of those things. So you're a very attractive person, and the vibe is that you had a lot coming towards you that you weren't necessarily manifesting. It was basically haters trying to stop you from reaching, trying to stop this money from reaching you. But this is just naturally who you are. So you're always going to keep going back to being attractive. It's like they were trying to put you in a masculine energy where you're pushing things away and fighting and saying basically no, don't penetrate me. Almost it feels like. But the vibe is when you're pulling something in and you're attractive, you want everything coming towards you, and that's okay. You were designed to be this attractive as you are. And if the people around you are not comfortable with it, then they can leave. And things that you're grateful for. Or it also feels like someone's trying to make it seem like your growth is a problem because there's some sort of a disaster coming. Like, uh-oh, now everybody knows your name. Uh-oh, now you're popular and famous. You can't hide from the public anymore. But it feels like you never had that issue. Or basically like you never had privacy. Maybe if you had privacy, all of a sudden people knowing you will come off as a problem, but I don't feel like it's a problem. You really are coming off like a parent to this person, whether you like it or not. It's like this person cannot provide for you. They are much too young to even think that they are in that position, that they're even qualified to be in a position to think that they can do something for you. It's like you're definitely the one doing something for them. You're helping them keep it all together. And I feel like the fact that you do it without judgment is what is really ticking this person off, because they really just got to accept the love. They're not getting it from anywhere else. You really are a genuinely sweet person, and you deserve all this love that's coming towards you. You deserve all of this attention, the spotlight that's about to be put on you. And this person wants to treat you like a literal princess. And I'm definitely feeling that coming in for you. The Lover's coming out. Yeah, this person wants to hold your hand through life. He wants you by his side in every single picture. He wants to dress you up like, well, the vibe is like it's not controlling, but it's something that you two agree on. But he definitely wants you guys to be matching outfits, wearing matching outfits, almost like it's the prom every day. Like he really feels like you're his queen and you look really good next to him. And he's so proud to show you off. The more you flow with this energy, the more is going to come after you. Whether that's people, resources, attention, whatever you're manifesting at this time, whatever you need to make your business work, that's what's coming towards you. And it seems like, again, it's going to appear differently than what it is. Whether that's you appearing to be expensive when everything is thrifted, or appearing to be thrifted when everything is custom and couture. It's because it seems like they're controlling, but they don't really want to be controlling. They want you to take the lead. And whatever you consider first class is what this person wants to offer. It's like they just want to give you the best. But if what they're giving you is not something they want, is not something you want, then it's really coming off like this person's going to give it to you regardless. Like if you're like, I don't mind if you just pick me some flowers or something, or, well, he's going to order the whole garden. That's just the energy and time he's on. There's definitely a partnership and a coupling here happening, a relationship where it's give and take. This person is definitely listening to what you're saying, but they also have a lot of thoughts racing in their head about who they are and what it takes to impress. And it's like no matter how much you say no, he's just like, there's no way you don't want an allowance. There's no way you don't want to be spoiled. It's like you're just saying that. You're just trying to be modest. And maybe that is the case at the end of the day. This person seems to see right through you. You're planning something expensive. What's going on with this energy? There's a wedding here. There's a very expensive wedding that's about to happen. This is giving the vibe of, it's not Steve Jobs. Jeff Bezos, didn't he just have a $40 million wedding? And they were saying that's the reason why he did all those layoffs. There is a refund coming up here, and it's coming just in the right nick of time. Everything that you put out into the universe is being returned back to you because you work towards it. And it's, at the end of the day, it's almost like an account. It's like you put money in an account and you're able to withdraw from this account. What else is going on with this energy? Someone is feeling vulnerable at this time. You got the Ace of Wands coming out. So 2 aces already. And then Judgment. Yeah, it feels like someone was getting ready to basically live off of your energy. They were siphoning your energy in such a way that they thought that they could build their entire life around you. And they're in judgment for that. I feel like this person has escaped the country. They are afraid because you're not the only one that they were doing this to. And I feel like you're not the only one that's going to be receiving a refund, an energetic refund, and possibly even a monetary one. So this person is feeling a collapse. Like the same thing will happen in a bank if everybody withdrew their money at the same time. We'd have a, what is it called? A financial crash or market crash or something like that. The world will go in mayhem. And that's how I feel like this person is, who was siphoning your energy, and you're being returned all of that. And now they start to feel that depletion, like they literally cannot survive without your approval. There was a period in your life when you were having outer body experiences, and that moment when you left your body, someone else took it over it. And so there's a body here that it feels like it doesn't belong to anyone. This could have happened with an ex, or during encounters, intimate encounters where you were just trying to let go, cognitive dissonance. And it feels like someone wanted to get rid of their body. There's dystrophy here, dysmorphia. Um but then there's another energy of someone who was clinging real extra tight and not letting anyone in or anyone even close to them. And this is the one who survives at the end of the day, but it came at a cost because it's like you needed a break. You needed to let go and relax. And you never got that opportunity because you constantly had people snooping around trying to look for a flaw or a hole that they could climb into, like a tapeworm. But whoever it is, they saw that you work better when they leave. So they decided to leave for good and give you that space so you can work and they can ultimately get the job done. It was a sacrifice for them. But it feels like they used their best judgment in this situation. And this is why you're being blessed. You're being seen as someone who's blessed because you get what you want at the end of the day. Yeah, this boss is going home early. This boss is deciding to work from home. They may be asking you to turn in some paperwork rather than having them looking over your shoulder constantly. It feels like you're reaching a promotion and you're going to be able to work in a much easier, habitable environment. And at the end of the day, you're getting a lot more done. But it's looking like the stress is like, this is the last time when you really need to be stressed. When the money comes in, you have enough to do what it is you put your heart to. And it's like, well, I'm going to need this every month. Well, let's just work on this month. And who knows, maybe you'll need more by the next month, and then you'll have more. Maybe you'll need a year's worth in a month, and then that's what you'll start to make. You'll start to manifest a year's worth in a month. And then that in a week. Okay, so you do get more and more because you're opening your mind and you're expanding.